Hi there, welcome to our first video of the introduction to programming with LabVIEW. We will try and create a basic LabVIEW application to calculate the Pythagorean theorem, which if you're not familiar with is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and this shouldn't be too hard. So first I'll go ahead and start LabVIEW. You can double click the shortcut, or you can go to all programs and National Instruments, LabVIEW 2009, and LabVIEW. So it gives me my license window, which application builder was something they get installed. I can't figure out what it's. We're not going to be using it, so we launch that. It starts up. So also we'll be calculating c for the Pythagorean theorem, which is c equals square root of a squared plus b squared. So here you see you've got your main LabVIEW getting started window. Where you got your file, new VI, various other things. So go ahead and click on blank VI. VI in LabVIEW stands for virtual instrument. This means that, like in the engineering world, you've got different instruments which display values. You read values, then display the values, or such like an operation on the values that you did, or just display them directly to there. So you've got two parts to a virtual instrument. You've got your front panel, which is sort of just like your user interface, where you can add controls and indicators, graphs, bars, whatever you want. Then you've got your block diagram, which is the actual programming aspect. Aspect of it, where you create your code. So for this one, we'll go ahead and create our front panel. We're going to have two controls. Basically, a control is an input, and then we have a control for A and a control for B, and then we'll have a indicator. An indicator is just an output indicator for C. So you right click on anywhere on here on the front panel. You've got your numeric controls, which now there's actual data types. So you've got your numbers, your strings, and your Boolean, which is true and false. But so we grab a numeric control, drag it onto the front panel like so. What you can do is you can double click on the top to change the label. Set that to A. Then click anywhere outside of the label or anywhere on the front panel. We'll go ahead and grab another numeric control. Drag it on here like so. I'll show you a trick to align these. Type B. Oops. Okay. Now what you can do, you can drag around to highlight more than one element at once. Drag to highlight it all. Go down here and you can align the objects with their left edges. Just makes them look nice. Then we can go over here to numeric indicators. Grab just a standard numeric indicator. Notice they'll have gauges and different bars, which we can use later. Type C. So we have our A and B, which we want to square these two. And the sum of the two square roots, or the sum of the two squared values of A and B, square root of that is equal to C. So we'll go into our block diagram. Go ahead and line these. Drag C over there. First thing we want to do, let's go ahead and square both A and B. So we can go to numeric, and then square. So click on that, and then just drag it onto the block diagram. You can sort of hover it around here, and it'll go ahead and connect wires. So on the block diagram, you have various things. You have your actual values, which are controls, which these correspond to. A is that one, B is that numeric control, and C, you notice these are on the right side, which means they are inputs. And then that is on the left side, which means it's an output. So any resulting operations you can send directly to C, but it has to be a numeric value. So we'll go ahead and drag two squared. These are called nodes, Everything in LabVIEW is also connected by a wire. Wire is just sort of a visual representation of how data flows throughout a program. So now that we have these two in, we can go ahead and do sum these. So we drag an addition onto the screen. If you notice, I have a little toolbox here where it automatically detects, sort of almost guesses what I want to do. You have your main pointer, you have a text where you can create comments and things throughout your block diagram. You've got your wire tool, connect wire, and various other things. So, notice these are terminals, these are nodes, which can perform basic operations. We've got many of them. Click on there, you can connect a wire to the top terminal on the addition node. Do the same, except with the bottom terminal. So there, adjust everything a little bit, make it look nice. So there you got the two values. We square both values and then add them together. So now here we have a squared plus b squared. Now we want to find the square root of that, which is this node. Drag that onto there. However close to there, it automatically does that. We align it and connect that to C. So this will dump the final output, this whole operation, to C. So now we can run it. So say we type in a 3 and a 4. Then to run a LabVIEW program, you can hit the little arrow. You run when you get 5, which is what we expected. Now one little cool thing you might want to try is you can click on this light bulb and it'll highlight the execution of the program as the program runs. So we'll just do that real quick. Notice the little, actually the values as they go through. So it's squared A, squared 3, which is 9, squared B, which is 16. 16 plus 9 is 25, and the square root of that is 5. And then, so that's basically it. The program now works. You can double click on there, create a comment or whatever. You can also double click on here, say comments, stuff. Then to save the VI, you can go to save, just press save, wherever you want. So we'll do Pythagorean. Like so, and hit OK, and then it's saved. That's basically it. It all works, so thank you.